A Toronto judge denied a request from an Aboriginal activist to have the branding and broadcast of the Cleveland Indians name and logo from the Toronto Blue Jays Cleveland Indians baseball game. And a lot of freedom activists, myself included, instantly celebrated the decision. But there's little catch. We shouldn't be too happy just yet. You see, even though the court ruling worked out in favor of freedom, there's not going to be censorship of this allegedly offensive logo. We shouldn't be celebrating because there is still going to be and is in fact a complaint before the Ontario Human Rights Commission. Now, we know that they play by different standards. They play by different rules. They're not looking at judicial precedent. They're not looking at the law. They're not looking at the Constitution. They're looking at the law of hurt feelings, which, as we know, isn't really a law at all. So with this Human Rights Commission complaint afoot from the same man, Douglas Cardinal, there is a very real chance that this still could not be over. Even though the Cleveland Indians logo is being broadcast for the remainder of this season, however short that might be for the Toronto Blue Jays, there still is a possibility that in Canada, or specifically in Ontario, we could see censorship afoot just because someone was offended. But the catch is, two polls that have been done in the U.S. 10 years apart, the most recent last year by Washington Post, revealed that 9 in 10 Aboriginals are not offended by the name Washington Redskins, which people have said is more offensive than Cleveland Indians, and by similar names and logos. Not to mention all of the other team names and logos we have across Canada that could be catched under this brush of being apparently offensive to Indigenous and Aboriginal people. But we've got to be very careful, because with this human rights complaint, we have seen time and time again how the Human Rights Commission has really thrown small, medium, and large business under the bus because they're trying to protect people against these infringements of their safe spaces, these infringements on their apparent right to not be offended. We know that's not a real right, but the Human Rights Commission doesn't. So keep your eyes peeled. Don't celebrate just yet. We have to still win this fight. For the Rebel.media, I'm Andrew Lawton. Hey, if you like what you see here, make sure to go to the Rebel.media for lots more fearless content and commentary. And if you really like it, and I know that you did, check out the Rebel.media and become a premium member for special super duper access content you won't see anywhere else in the country or the world.